He was the city's golden boy, Officer Leo Vance, decorated for his bravery and unwavering commitment to justice. She was Elara, an enigmatic art gallery owner, known for her sharp wit, impeccable taste, and a smile that could disarm anyone. To Leo, she was the woman he was falling hopelessly in love with, the calm in the storm of his chaotic life. He spent his days chasing shadows, dismantling the city's criminal underworld piece by piece. He spent his nights with her, sharing stories, dreams, and a future he was beginning to imagine with vivid clarity. He'd tell her about his day, the frustration of near misses, the complex webs of organized crime he was trying to untangle. Elara would listen, her eyes full of understanding, offering insights so sharp they sometimes startled him. She had a unique perspective on the criminal mind, which she explained away with a passion for old noir films and crime novels. Leo just saw it as another fascinating layer of the woman he adored. Little did he know, the very shadows he was chasing led directly to her. Elara wasn't just an art dealer. She was the collector, the elusive and brilliant mind behind the city's largest and most sophisticated crime syndicate. The organization didn't deal in brute force, but in information, influence, and high-stakes theft, all orchestrated with the precision of a grandmaster playing chess. The art gallery was her perfect cover, a place where the city's elite mingled, oblivious that they were in the presence of the queen of their underworld. Her syndicate was a ghost, leaving no trace. Its operations so clean they were often mistaken for market fluctuations or simple bad luck by their victims. Elara had built this empire from the ashes of her family's ruin, a family destroyed by the very corruption that now festered within the city's foundations. She wasn't a villain in her own story. She was a balancer of scales, a purveyor of a different kind of justice. The irony was a cruel masterpiece of its own. Leo, the man sworn to uphold the law, was sharing his bed with the woman who wrote her own. He would talk about the collector with a mix of frustration and grudging respect, describing the phantom mastermind he was determined to bring down. He'd detail his team's latest strategies, their dead-end leads, and the technological walls they kept hitting. Elara would listen intently, offering a comforting hand on his shoulder, all while mentally dismantling his plans and erecting new firewalls to protect her operations. She was playing the most dangerous game of her life, and she was winning. But a strange thing was happening. The more time she spent with Leo, the more she saw the genuine good in him, the purity of his intentions. It was a stark contrast to the world of deceit she inhabited. His honesty was a breath of fresh air in her carefully constructed, suffocating world. For the first time, Elara felt a crack in her armor. She was falling for the one man who could destroy her. The turning point came during a citywide operation Leo was leading. It was a massive digital dragnet designed to finally corner the collector. The target was a huge transfer of illicit funds, a move that would cripple the syndicate if Leo was confident. His team had an informant, a piece of code, a digital key they believed was their silver bullet. He had even shared his excitement with Elara the night before, the thrill of the chase lighting up his eyes. He'd kissed her goodbye that morning, promising a celebration dinner that night. "Tonight, we catch the ghost," he'd said with a grin. Elara had smiled back, her heart a tangled knot of love and terror. She knew about the informant. She knew about the key. Because she had planted them both. It was a trap, a misdirection designed to lead Leo's team on a wild goose chase while her real operation took place on a completely different, encrypted network. As Leo and his team stormed the decoy server location, finding nothing but empty rooms and taunting lines of code on a screen, Elara was overseeing the successful transfer of assets that would secure her empire for years to come. It was a flawless victory, but it felt hollow. Watching the live news feed of a visibly defeated Leo speaking to the press, his face etched with disappointment, Elara felt a pang of guilt so sharp it took her breath away. She had protected her world, but she had broken his spirit. That night, when Leo came home, he wasn't angry. He was quiet, contemplative. He sat beside her on the sofa, not speaking for a long time. Then he looked at her, his gaze intense. "The collector knew every move we were going to make," he said softly. "It was like they were in my head, like they knew me." He paused, his eyes searching hers. "The only person who knew all the details was you." Silence hung heavy in the room, thick with unspoken truths. Elara's mind raced. She could lie. She could create a dozen plausible stories, deflect, and escape. It was what she was best at. But looking into Leo's tired, trusting eyes, The lies died on her lips. The game was over. She had to choose the empire she had built or the man she had grown to love. Slowly, she reached out and took his hand. Her voice was barely a whisper, but it carried the weight of her double life. "Leo," she began, "we need to talk about my art collection." In that moment, the line between the cop and the criminal, the law and the lawless, blurred into the complicated, messy reality of two people on opposite sides of a war who had accidentally found love in the middle of the battlefield. The confession was just the beginning. Their story was far from over. It was about to become a legend whispered in the streets of the city. They both, in their own ways, fought to control. The answer would shake the city to its core. Thanks for watching! And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more.